Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Hey guys, welcome back to Movie Reviews. Today I'm reviewing the newest DC movie and the first movie of the brand new DCU, Superman, directed by James Gunn. Directed by James Gunn, and starring as Clark Kent / Superman, we have David Corenswet. We have as Lois Lane, we have Rachel Brosnahan. As the epitome of Superman villains, Lex Luthor, we have Nicholas Hoult. And we also have some people from the Justice Gang, not Justice League yet. We have Anthony Kerrigan as Metamorpho. We have Eddie Gaddahi as Mr. Terrific. We have Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern, and Isabella Marquez as Hawkgirl, you know, Dina from The Last of Us Season 2. So yeah, this movie, it is pretty interesting. So, we all know the Superman backstory, you know. At some point, on Krypton, the planet fell apart. Jor-El and his wife, and Lara, they send their son Kal-El to Earth in order to escape the destruction. He becomes Superman. He's raised by the Kents, and he becomes Clark Kent, and then later in Metropolis he gets a job at the Daily Planet where he meets Lois Lane and Jimmy and other people, and eventually he becomes Superman, and he has his Fortress of Solitude in Antarctica. So this movie, it actually starts off like in Star Wars style, where it just shows the text of like the history and how metahumans have been in, how they've been in this universe on Earth for about 300 years. It's been 3 years since Superman first became Superman, and and it just instantly shows off with Superman being like just rocketing down to into Antarctica, and he actually just lost a fight, and he actually has Crypto, his dog, who is who's adorable as anything, although he's not real, he's CGI in this movie, but he's a very mischievous bad dog, which is hilarious. He drags him back to the Fortress of Solitude, where Superman's robots revive him with the sunlight, because, you know, sunlight is what brings him back to life. And then he goes right back into action in Metropolis, flying past LexCorp, you know, as Lex Luthor is angrily watching him. I remember in the trailer when they show this, like, so many people were like, yo, Superman casually flying by as Lex Luthor angrily watches. That's the most Lex Luthor thing ever. But, yeah, he goes into a fight with the Hammer of Barovia, and Superman, he is actually able to win and beat him, or actually struggles, but he ends up pushing him away. The Hammer of Barovia, he's angrily there because Superman actually recently stopped a war between Barovia and their neighbor of Jehannabor.
I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States
representing
will
anybody
cause more
except for me.
problems around the world.
And doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
Which Barovia was going to invade, and Superman intervened. And so Superman pushes him aside, and it's actually revealed that the Hammer of Barovia is actually secretly Ultraman, him along with the Cyborg, the engineer, they're working for Lex Luthor. And after this, Superman, he becomes Clark Kent again, goes to work at the Daily Planet, where he sees Lois, as Lex, the engineer, and Ultraman, they go to Antarctica and also Lex's girlfriend. They go to Antarctica, where they actually break into the Fortress of Solitude, and they actually go to they actually see the message that Jor-El and Lara left for their son Cal, which is the classic message of how like it's a classic message of like how Superman needs to be for humanity. He needs to be rise up and become Superman. But in this movie, we only get half of it. Half of the message is corroded and just corrupted, and Superman doesn't even know the second half of the message. But the engineer, using her cybernetics, she's able to take the entire message. And while this is happening, Lex, he actually unleashed a kaiju, like a giant creature, to attack Metropolis, and Superman ends up fighting it along with Hell from the Justice Gang. And Superman constantly, what I love about this, he's constantly saving people. He saves a little girl, he saves a dog, he even saves a squirrel. Like, he just saves everyone from this kaiju.
Your actions.
And even is like trying to convince the other like Justice Gang members, like, don't kill the thing. Let's just like knock it out and like take it out somewhere and like take it off of Earth. And everyone's just like, no, dude, like we gotta kill the thing. Like, it's a danger. So they successfully able to take out the thing. And as this is going on, Lex, he posts the entirety of the message of Superman, the message of Jor-El from Superman to Superman, and it actually reveals in the second half that Jor-El and Lara, they actually wanted Cal to go and in a way conquer Earth and take up as many wives as possible and try to basically like restore Krypton through having a lot of Kryptonian children eventually conquer Earth. And upon hearing this, Superman is completely distraught, and the public, they turn on him. He actually then goes to see Lois, who is surprised about this, but I love her first response is like, wait, you have a dog? Like, she just finds out about Krypto then. And she knows that this is, Superman, like, he's not a threat to Earth. Like, she's been dating Clark for months. And I mean, she even just recently conducted an interview with him where he, purposely said, like, he just wants to do good. That's what Superman wants to do. He doesn't want, he is choosing to do good. But regardless of all this, Superman, he turns himself in to the U.S. government, and Lex is actually the one that like takes control of his imprisonment and actually brings him into a pocket dimension where Lex traps all of his enemies, and also the other metahuman Metamorpho is actually there, and and also Krypto is imprisoned there too, and Lex actually puts Superman in the same prison cell as Metamorpho, and Metamorpho, he's able to like change his body into any element, and he even to Superman's main weakness, Kryptonite, which severely weakens Superman. And on the other side of like the, I guess, aisle, like on the cells opposite of where Metamorpho and Superman is, Metamorpho's son Joey is also being imprisoned and used as a hostage in order to keep Metamorpho there. And yeah, Superman is just slowly being weakened and killed, and interestingly enough, in order to get Superman to talk, Lex actually brings a civilian that Superman kind of knows, like he actually bought, like just a regular street vendor from that, and he actually he tries to get like Superman to talk like more about like his past, and he ends up killing the guy. Like, and that was a shock. I was not expecting to like just see a random guy just killed I mean, it's Lex Luthor, but still, like, that was shocking. But, you know, so all this causes Lois and Mr. to go to the Justice Gang to try to get them to, like, you know, to help Superman, try to save Superman, because you know, she really loves Clark. She wants to save him. Hawkgirl and Green Lantern, they say no, they're not really going to do anything. But Mr. Terrific, he decides to agree to help, and him and Lois, they using some trackers that they put inside of Superman's blood. I don't want to know how he got them in there. He is able to track them to Lex Luthor's, like, I guess, dimensional rift, or like his dimensional, like, entrance to the pocket dimension, and they start scanning the area looking for Superman and Krypto, and meanwhile Superman, he's being severely tortured by the kryptonite and Metamorpho. Metamorpho, seeing what happened, what Lex did to the civilian, he actually agrees to help Superman get out, and so he stops with the kryptonite, but Superman, he's still completely drained, because, you know, that's what kryptonite does to him. Metamorpho, he actually creates a sun, or the closest thing he can to an actual sun, to try to revive Superman. This does. He breaks out, saves Joey, who is Metamorpho's son, and Metamorpho himself, and as well Krypto. They're able to reconnect with Mr. Terrific and Lois. They break out, but Superman, he's still a little bit exhausted. He's still, like, not exactly in the best shape. Because, well, you know, Metamorpho did his best to make the sun. It's not the exact sun. It helped, but not 100%. Mr. Terrific says, like, he's gonna like try to control the rift, because the actual, like, pocket universe, it's kind of a danger to Earth, just because it was open for so long. And meanwhile, Metamorpho and Joey, they leave. And Lois brings Clark Kent to the Kent farm, and where they put him in his bed, and he just tries to recuperate. Meanwhile, Bravia is about to make another attack on Johannapur, and Superman, he just feels just like upset. Like, he feels like, you know, his whole mission of being Superman was just a lie. Just upon, like, what the human race has done, like, just what Lex has done to him, and as well just how, you know, the message from what his parents said. And it's actually, so it is actually Jonathan Kent, who, like, Superman's adoptive human father, like, that really gives him the speech and, like, the motivation that, like, yeah.
Your choices. Your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Like, yeah, like, you know, he says to Clark, like, yeah, you know, it is like, yeah, you might have been sent to Earth to, you know, to be, like, to conquer it, but it's what he does, like, his choice and his actions, choosing to be Superman, to do good, that is what makes him Superman. Like, that's what really makes him who he is, and this, like, really motivates Superman, Clark Kent, to really get back and be Superman. And, yeah, like, so him and Krypto, they begin to make the plan to try to stop Lex. Meanwhile, as all this is happening, Lex Luthor is very angry because, over just this whole, he's very angry over, like, how Superman and Metamorpho and Krypto all broke out, and he decides, instead of trying to capture Superman again, he's going to try to lure Superman out by basically expanding the dimensional rift of the pocket universe, to basically just take it out, to expand it across Earth, and in a sense split the Earth in half, and you know, to try to lure Superman out, to try to beat him. Meanwhile, as this is going on, Bravia is attacking Johanapur, and the people there are like struggling and dying. But as this is going on, the Justice League, or not Justice League, the Justice Gang, sorry, consisting of Metamorpho, Green Lantern, and Hawkgirl, they go to try to stop the war, as Hawkgirl actually kills the president of Bravia. So they go to stop the war. Meanwhile, Superman and Mr. Terrific, they go to try to stop the rift, and in Metropolis, which is literally being split in half. Meanwhile, Lois gets her co-workers from the Daily Planet, and using evidence that they found of the rift and just everything, and just other evidence evidence that they got from Lex's girlfriend, who through a bunch of selfies took pictures like of what Lex's plans were, like the whole pocket dimension, and just how basically like Lex, him and the president of Bravia, they were in league together, since basically what would have happened was when Bravia took out Johanapur, they would basically give it to Lex to rule, like, as, you know, as a president. Like, he would basically own the country. So they use this for treason and corruption. They post all this evidence. Meanwhile, Lex, he sends out Ultraman and the Engineer to stop Superman and Mr. Terrific. Superman fights them both, and it's actually revealed, or Ultraman gets unmasked, and it's actually revealed that Ultraman is a clone of Superman. So they both fight as the dimensional rift tears apart Metropolis, and Superman actually beats Ultraman with the help of Krypto, who loves to go after shiny round things, like, you know, drones, which basically, like, these drones, they were being used by Lex to give Ultraman commands of, like, how to counter and fight Superman, and Krypto eats the drone. He destroys the drones, and Superman's actually able to push Ultraman into a black hole, and basically he's beaten. So then Mr. Terrific and Superman and Krypto, they all go to LexCorp, and they are able to close the rift and bring the world back to normal. And Lex and all of his his workers, they are arrested and brought into Supermax prison, and the movie ends happily as the Justice Gang, along with Metamorpho and Superman, they're all recognized as heroes. And yeah, and the movie actually ends with Superman back in the Fortress of Solitude, him listening to messages and pictures and memories of his childhood with the Kents, and then his cousin Supergirl, whose movie is going to be releasing next year, she goes to pick up her dog Krypto, who, yeah, it's revealed that Krypto was not Superman's dog. He was just dog sitting him for Kara, his cousin. So yeah, that's where the movie ends. All in all, I gotta say, this movie was pretty good. Like, I was worried that this movie really was, like, gonna not be that good, just because, you know, what DC did. But overall, I gotta say, it's a much appreciated return to form with Superman. Like, you know, not like, you know, I know Man of Steel really wasn't the best for everyone. Like, it kind of, like, took away what Superman was. But, like, this...
You know, from behind, you look a little bit like Henry. Oh, my fuck! The Cavalrine. The legends are true. And may I say, sir, on behalf of all humanity, this just feels right. We will treat you so much better than those shitfucks down the street.
You were just leaving.
No, sir. Not while the fate of my universe is at...
It was very much like... This felt like Superman. Like, Superman really felt like Superman. I mean, he's still not like the 1970 and 1980 Superman of Christopher Reeve, but, like, it really felt like the closest to true Superman that we felt. I guess, well, I mean, like, it seems like lately the closest thing we felt to true Superman is, you know, a couple scenes in Seinfeld. But, you know, it really, like, you know, David Corshwent really did great portraying Superman, and Nicholas Hoult really also did good portraying Lex Lex Luthor. I mean, he wasn't perfect, but like he really did good. Like I really liked the, you know, I liked it. I really liked everyone's like interpretations of these characters that have been done so much, but like they really did it well with them. And the movie, it felt like a decent length. The only thing I have issues with is just this movie in a way felt, you know, it just felt too comical at times. Like there were quite a few serious moments in this movie, but then they would just instantly get cut off by jokes. And it's like I know like Superman, he is somewhat like, you know, there should be humor in it, but it's like, you know, I feel like there were times where it's just like the jokes was too much, and it's like James Gunn is known for doing this. I feel like you know, I kind of expected this, but it's just like, you know, like it worked for Guardians of the Galaxy because like that's, you know, they're not Superman. Like Superman, he's a little bit more serious than Guardians of the Galaxy, but and as well, like I love how James Gunn was kind of giving like a little wink wink nudge nudge to the current crisis in Israel and Palestine. It's like, you know, the genocide going on there. It really, I'm like, you know, I was like, oh, I see what you're doing, Mr. Gunn. You're really pointing things out. Which, it's like, I guess you can, but it's like, part of me really wasn't too happy that, like, you know, we're kind of getting a little preview into what's currently going on. It's like, I kind of wanted to go to this movie to escape from that, but, you know, whatever. But regardless, I'd say this movie, it is a solid, like, A-. Like, honestly, I would really recommend you go see this movie. Superman is a good movie, and just, yeah, I really hope you enjoy it. So let me get into the next movie that we were going to be watching. It's another superhero movie, and also full of classic heroes, but this is from Marvel. Here's the trailer.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself. We'll face it together. As a family.
What time has it been?
No.
What time has it been?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna!
Say it!
So yeah, we are watching Fantastic Four: First Steps. I am very excited to see this movie. I've been looking forward to seeing the Fantastic Four in the MCU. I really hope it's good, and finally it looks like we're going to be getting a proper Galactus. So yeah, tell me, what did you think of Superman? Did you watch it? Did you like it? Did you not even see it? And yeah, if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
It's over.